About President Trump?
Well, I like Trump as a person. I know some really good friends of his, and he's for the American people, like he said. And I think most importantly, I like his lower taxes and his Christian values that he stands for the unborn and all that. So he's just all around a better choice for anybody else that I've seen in history of when I'm alive. So.
It's always funny to me when Trump supporters are asked what their favorite thing about Donald is, because they usually say something true, like he wants to lower taxes or he's anti-woke, but then feel like they need to say something good about his character, and you can always tell that even they don't buy what they're saying. This supporter in particular has it just so wrong when he says Trump has Christian values. I covered a Trump interview a few weeks ago where an audience member asked Trump to define his faith and say who he takes his religious inspiration from. And if you're a Christian, this is like a freebie question. You just say Jesus Christ. But of course, Trump was unable to do so and instead flipped the question to talk about himself, how great he is, and how he is the only one who can save America from Marxist attacks. It would be so much better if the MAGA right just admitted that they don't care about Trump's Christian values because he doesn't have any. If they let go of the charade that he is this moral, virtuous man, we could have a more honest conversation across the aisle about what they are really passionate about in terms of Trump's policies. Or maybe it's just not about the policies at all. In fact, many people support Trump because of what he, as an individual, represents. The alt-right's idea of a strong man who can take down the liberal elite. When it comes to Trump supporters, I just wish they could all admit that to them, it's all image, not substance, not Christian values. Luckily, though, there are some Trump sycophants who are so far up his ass that the mask does occasionally slip. Check this out.
So behind Donald Trump, who's this big, strong, amazing guy, he might be the most unique person I've ever had the privilege to deal with because he's strong, he's got broad shoulders, but there's a lot of people behind him who are more brittle. And this is a moment where we have to stand up for the Constitution, and we all have to stand with Donald Trump. And for all these Republicans running against him, and for all this internecine fight we have within our party, we better get together pretty soon because it's the future of our very country, our very Constitution that's at stake.
I love this clip from right-wing activist Matt Schlapp fawning over Trump's broad shoulders. Like, you think he's done praising Trump's physical appearance, saying he's big and strong, as if talking about a wrestler and not the former president of the United States, where none of that matters. But then he just throws in that he has broad shoulders too, and I just genuinely don't know why any of this is relevant. And unfortunately, this is why Republicans are in disarray. Schlapp is crying that the right needs to get it together and get more organized. But the organizing principle is only ever just Trump is the savior. We must protect him. It's no wonder that the right is in cultural and electoral turmoil, because aside from the supporters like this guy and professional pundits like Matt Schlapp, most Americans do not have parasocial crushes on politicians. Americans don't care how broad Trump's shoulders are or that some dude claims that he has Christian values. We want to see evidence and material proof that the policies he cares about work for the American people. I think that's how he won in 2016, by speaking to very real, tangible material fears Americans had about losing their jobs to automation or overseas, losing their families to drug epidemics. He spoke to their concerns in some ways, but since he never delivered for them, now their only strategy is to drum up weird praise about things that no one cares about. Trump is supposed to be a civil servant, and it's very sad, but the MAGA right clearly views their sole job as serving him. For more of my coverage on The Breakdown, stay right here and check out my latest video on Marjorie Taylor Greene finally getting screwed over by her MAGA past by clicking on the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.